Welcome back, you guys, to the Sugar Gun Mom Show. So today's episode is on the NICU. So NICU stands for Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. It also can be called ICN, which stands for Intensive Care Nursery. So babies who are premature and babies who might have issues when being delivered, or babies who have health issues the first couple of days that they are born, they would go to the NICU. So the types of doctors that would generally come in and out of the NICU when assisting with your baby would be the neonatologist, the pediatrician, the respiratory therapist, the speech pathologist, the nutritionist, the physical therapist, the lab tech, the chaplain. And the chaplain is someone who will come in and pray with you and just kind of be a counselor as well. You also have the social worker. So it's very important that you ask questions in the beginning, like what feedings are they going to be on, what type of medicines, what type of tests are they going to be doing. By this time, you should kind of know what's going on with your baby. So you kind of want to just ask questions. I'm sure that they're going to give you some type of literature on it, but also take your own notes just so you can be more self-aware. Social worker. The social worker is going to come in and they're going to help you with insurance. They're going to help you with food. They're going to help you with a place to stay if you need to stay in that area. Those are the things the social worker would help you with. The type of equipment that the NICU would have would be feeding tubes, infant warmers, IVs, monitors, ventilators. So those would be the type of treatments and equipment that your child possibly could be hooked up to when they're in a NICU. It's very, very important also that you not be scared to interact with your child. You know what I mean? I know it's going to be difficult because they're going to be hooked up to different machines, but you kind of want to start that bond early, and it's good for the baby. Also, wash your hands. Wash your hands before you get in there and wash your hands after you leave. You don't want to bring any foreign infections into the nursery, which could possibly make your child sicker. So make sure you wash your hands. Also, they have like the pumps for the hand sanitizer when you first walk in there. So just kind of hit it when you go in and hit it when you come out. Also, so Cameron was in 2 different NICUs. She was in a NICU at Holy Cross, which is where she was born, and she was in a NICU at Children's. So in a NICU at Holy Cross, it was just kind of just one big room. The babies weren't separated. When she got medevac to the NICU at Children's after she had her short gut surgery, it was still kind of one big room, but they had like different bays. So they kind of had sectioned it off. So there was like Bay A, Bay B, Bay C, Bay D. They also, you had to have a reference number so that when you first come in, you give them the number, you show them your ID, they buzz you to the back, and that's how that would go. And you also could use that number to call. Like I used to go up there after work every day, and then I would call when I got home, like maybe a couple of hours later. You give them the number, let them know you're the mom of baby Cameron, and you want to know how she's doing, and you would speak to the nurse. So they would have like seating beside the incubator, and that's how you could be able to sit down and spend some time with them. So one story I want to tell you about the NICU. I came in there one day and Cameron had a regular IV. She was fine. She had a regular IV. Came back the next day, they had put an IV in her forehead. Now, I'm telling you this to say that if you don't like something that they are doing, at the hospital with your child, don't be afraid to speak up. I let them know, like, can you please take the IV out of her head? I'm really uncomfortable with that. So when I came back the next day, it was gone. So, like I said, just don't be afraid to let them know when you're uncomfortable about certain things. I mean, I understood because I know that veins can collapse, they can clot, so they have to try to find the quickest vein. But to me, just a vein in her head was just unacceptable. So, a little after that, I think they were in the process of shutting that NICU down, so they built another one, and she actually ended up going to another part of the hospital where she had a room to herself. So they encourage you to like bring in mobiles, bring in blankets, bring in toys, because she had a room to herself. The visiting hours were still the same, but you know, at least you can be in private and do those type of things with your child in private. So a story that I have about her being in a NICU, which was great. I love the privacy. It was awesome. It was around Christmas time, and you have to understand that the nurses are going to be around your kids all the time. They're going to spend more time with your child than you can, because, you know, you can't be there all the time. You have to work, things of that nature. So me and her dad came up with this idea. We went out, we bought Cameron like all of these dresses. It was Christmas time, so we were going to buy her dresses and dress her up and take pictures and just make it really nice, because of course we couldn't take her home. So I came into the NICU and I noticed that she had on a My First Christmas outfit and hat. So the nurse who bought it for her, I was really familiar with her. Her name, I believe her name was Ronnie. And you know, she had gotten kind of close to Cameron because she was around her all the time. And, you know, you have to accept the fact that people are going to love your kid, because that's their job. They're around your kid all the time. And I got in my feelings a little bit, just on the strength that, you know, I couldn't take her home. I couldn't be there with her on Christmas. And I kind of just like, how dare she go out and buy Cameron this and buy Cameron that, you know. And when I brought it to her attention, you know, she was really apologetic about it. She was like, oh my gosh, Miss Queen, you know, I didn't mean to offend you. I just really love Cameron. I just wanted to get her something. And she was like, you're absolutely right. This is her first Christmas, and, you know, you should do that. So, you know, after I realized that I was being a jerk, you know what I mean, I went back and I apologized to her, and I just told her it wasn't even really about you. It was just about the fact that I couldn't take her home with me. I couldn't be with her. And that's more so what it was about. It wasn't even about you going out and buying her a gift. And I had to like kind of get over that, because you have to realize that they are going to be the ones that are going to be around your kid 24/7 when your child is in the NICU. So, you know, I'm forever grateful to her, because she loved Cameron. You know, Cameron was a happy baby, so it was kind of hard not to fall in love with her. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't a crybaby. You know, she was just always had a smile on her face. So I'm telling you this story to say that if you see that a nurse is getting comfortable with your child or loving your child, you know, embrace that. You know what I mean? Like, don't get scared because they're doing that. You know, I know it's going to be hard because you don't have your child at home. You want your child to be with you. She wasn't home her first birthday. She wasn't home her first Christmas. She wasn't home her first lot of her holidays. So, you know, just don't be afraid to open your heart to other people, because you want somebody to look out for your child while they're in the hospital. So that's it for today. Got that out. You know, I love you guys, like I always say, and I'll see you next week. Have a good night. Bye.